Hello, in this video we are going to solve a different problem, but very similar to the last time. You can see this problem is similar in the sense that the problem gives nums as integer array and an integer called value, and we want to remove all the occurrence of this value from this nums in place just like the last time, and we want to return the number of elements in nums which are not equal to value. That's the problem statement. If you look at the example, that might even clear things out more. You can see, let's see example 1. We have this list of integer and value of 3, so we don't want 3 in this list. So you can see, apart from 3, there are 2 other elements. These two different 2's that are there, and we want the output to be 2 because there are 2 elements that are not 3. And the nums should look something like this. The first 2 elements, because the output is 2, we look at the first 2 elements, and these first 2 elements should not have the value 3 in them, and any other elements are not checked in this problem. So I've already written the solution and on your right. To explain what's happening, I have actually written this code in a Sublime text, and there's an example to explain. So if this was the list, you can see we don't want 2 to be in our list. So what we are doing here is that we're looping, obviously. So first of all, it checks if 2, this particular first element, is equal to value, which is 2 or not. In this case, it is equal. So we don't want to do anything. We're just passing or continuing with the loop. Remind that the j is still 0, so j is still pointing at the first element in this list, and then I increases, the index I increments, and we are now checking the second element, which is also 2, with the value. So we are still doing nothing, which means that j still points to the first element. Now when we check 3, the third element, with 2, that is not equal. So what we are doing is running this part of the code, and what we are doing is that we are overriding 3, or we are assigning 3 to the first position of this list, because j points to the first element. We are literally putting this 3, assigning this 3 to the first position of the list. And we are also incrementing j now, which means that j now points to the second element of the nums. Now again, we then again check if this fourth element, which is 4, is equal to 2 or not, which is not in this case. Therefore this 4 is then again assigned to the second place, because that's where the j is pointing. Now j will again then point to the third element, and the last element, which is 2, is equal to 2. Therefore the loop continues, and therefore there is no assignment, and that's the end of our loop. At the end of the loop, the value of j is 2, because it found 2 different elements in this list that are not this value 2. That's right, and that's our answer. And if you've noticed something, that the output nums, after running all this loop, there's still 2 in our list, and the reason for that is because we don't have any value to override this value after the loop is complete. And that's not a problem, because this particular problem only checks for the first jth value, which in this case is just 2, which means it only checks these first 2 elements in our nums array.